right, we're coming to you today from the Bat Cave. From the video clip, you saw Michael Keaton's Bat Cave. Because when I think of Batman, I think Michael Keaton, not Christian Bale. Sorry to any Christian Bale Batman fans out there. But to be honest, today, we're actually not talking about either one of them. We're going to talk a little bit about why Batman became Batman. But to do that, first, I'm going to share a story about a good friend of mine and a more real-life Batman to help me illustrate the whole point of today's video. But I get bad reception here in the Batcave. Hang on, let me see if I can fix this. Hopefully that's better. So, we all know the story of Batman. I mean, at least anybody who hasn't been living under a rock for the last, couple decades knows the story of Batman. Bruce Wayne becomes Batman to fight crime. Why? Because his family, his parents, were gunned down during a robbery. But that's Batman. So what causes an everyday person like my friend Jordan here, all right, very non-threatening looking gentleman, to end up like this? Because of chasing down a smash and grab robber, jumping out of his car, tackling somebody. Well, I know the story, but you don't. So the story goes, my unassuming friend Jordan here, all right, is in a cell phone store with his beautiful fiancée, his beautiful daughter, and while they're there, somebody attempts a smash and grab robbery. And Jordan runs out of the building, hops in his car to chase down the bad guy. Meanwhile, his fiancée is freaking out with the customer service representative there at the phone store. And she says, "What does he think he's going to do?" And the customer service person says, "Well, maybe he's Batman." And just so happens, it turns out he is Batman. And a little bit later, he shows back up a little bumped and bruised, all right, but with the stolen goods in hand. And when his fiancée talked to him and shared the story later on, she said that the thing that he said that drove him, that motivated him to do that, to do something that, he may or may not ordinarily do, which is chase down bad guys. He said it was the fact that somebody did it while he was there with his wife or future wife and his daughter. And so that is the whole point of today's conversation and how it relates to motivation, how Batman relates to motivation, how Jordan here, my good friend and hero and everyday dad man, all right, relates to motivation. Because what drove him to do that was his family and protecting his family. So I had to make a meme for him, all right. And when it comes to achieving goals or doing something that you've never done or overcoming an obstacle, I think that this is one of the most important things that you have to figure out. Is you have to figure out what is your why. Why is it that you want to do something? Why is it? Why do you want to accomplish something? Because when you figure out what your underlying motivation is, it makes it a lot easier to be able to continue when times get tough. A lot of people want to have they want money, right? Well, why? What is the reason behind that? If you just say that you want money because life is easier, then you're not going to necessarily do the things that you got to do to make money when times get hard. If your why is to put a roof over your family's head, or to help buy your mother a house. Maybe you grew up in with a single mother who didn't ever have much, that did a lot to get you to where you needed to be, and So what is your why? That's when it comes to setting goals and achieving new things and doing something you've never done before. That's, I think, what you really need to figure out if you're going to be able to continue when times get hard. So, for example, what drives me to make these videos and to put time and effort into it, with the possibility that no one ever watches them, or that they watch them and they see my subpar green screen effects here in the Bat Cave. What's my why is that, it was motivational videos and motivational speakers who helped me get through a very difficult time in my life. And I hope that maybe just one day I might be able to help someone like I was helped get through a tough time. So that's my why. So that's why I do this. It doesn't matter how many people like it, how many people follow it. That's all good stuff. So like it, follow it, share it. But none of that's really important. What's important is my why. And that I do this because somebody did it for me. And I want to give it back to someone else. And, if that can lead to the possibility of one day, being a public speaker, having an audience to try to motivate and things like that, then that's awesome. But, that's not my why. And so, what's your why? I don't know. You got to figure it out. But again, thanks for watching my video. I hope you have a great week and that this breaks up your case of the Mondays. All right. Thank you, Jordan, for letting me share your story. Real life Batman, Dad Man. Have a good one.